I love to be challenged, and I want to know more about the unknown. It drives me, and I love making people laugh.
Hashtag selfies are not for safety.
When you're laughing, you can't be sad, and you can't be angry, and you can't be alone. We lived in a house that had a lot of paranormal activity. And I mean, when you're a kid, you just think it's just noises, and your mom and dad go, that's just the pipes in the wall, and blah, blah, blah. Doors would close and opening, lights would turn on and off, and we would hear footsteps outside our bedrooms, my sister and I. I knew something was weird, and there was a name for it, or, you know, ghosts or paranormal. Growing up in a haunted house, for sure, played a big part on me wanting to be an investigator. For a couple reasons. One, to answer questions, to experience things. One of the other things that happened, and then a room, and it had like a furnace in it. And I walked by and I had a little shiver. And the reason I had a shiver was because for a majority of my childhood, I had a dream that I was pulled into that room. There was an old man there, and he wanted me to get in the furnace. And I'm like, and I was terrified, right? And then I'd be like, no. And as soon as he touched me, I'd wake up, right? And it happened over and over and over and over again. So my sister saw me have the shiver, right? And she goes, Tazzy, what's up? And I said, I used to have a dream that there was an old man that would try to get you to go into the furnace. And she said, I had that same dream. 4 or 5 minutes later, my son comes down and he goes, oh, this room creeps me out, man. Because every time I stayed here, I had a dream that there was an old man. So 3 of us, right, years apart, had the same dream, but none of us talked about it to each other. We were sitting there going through pictures, and my sister goes, any of these pictures look familiar? And I looked down, and I just went, and I put my finger on it, I moved that one forward, and she goes, yeah, me too. My oldest son comes in, oh yeah, it was the guy, it was a picture of the guy who was behind the furnace. That was in our dreams. It was my great-grandfather. When my sister said the same thing about the dream I had, and then we started talking about the experience we had, I felt validated. I didn't feel alone. I didn't feel as crazy.
Tazz is definitely what they call a beacon, because whenever I have investigated with him, something happens.
Almost like I'm getting a hug, but it's somebody leaning on me.
I think he's just a sensitive type of person, like how mediums are. So spirits or energy seems to be drawn to him more than the average person.
No matter what's going on in your house, whether it's something physical or if it's something that's dealing with your mental health and you're hallucinating, if I can come in and help you get some closure, that's all that's important.
She looks at me and goes, Jesus can see you too. He knows you're fat.
I can make people feel better and take them away from their lives for a little bit as a comedian. And as an investigator, I can help people feel better about what they're experiencing. Yeah, I love that part, man. I really, really do.